When I think about what we expected out of our life together and how little we knew about how to make us work, it feels like a minor miracle to be here today, 15 years later, loving you more than I ever could have imagined.
16 years ago, my handsome, crazy boyfriend took me home with him to Georgia. You let me see into all the good parts of your childhood and introduced me to your grandparents, who you had such a deep love and respect for. I also watched as you made your way after the Navy, doing whatever was necessary to be successful. It was in these moments, in these qualities, I knew you were someone that I could spend my life with.
From time to time, there arise among human beings people who seem to exude love as naturally as the sun gives out heat.
We're here to celebrate the union between two of the most influential people in our lives. More specifically, we're here to celebrate the love and commitment between Jen and Mason. I imagine there's a healthy level of giddiness, and certainly there is no shortage of butterflies in your stomachs. However, we all know that that hasn't always been the case. As with all relationships, there are moments that will come and that will test the foundations of your love. As you already know, it isn't a matter of when they will come, it's a matter of how you will respond when they do. The fact that we are standing here today, 15 years after you both said I do, is a testament of the bond that you two have created, and it's a strong indicator of how you have responded in the tough times. Repeat after me. Jen, I wear this ring.
Jen, I wear this ring
that you placed on my hand
that you placed on my hand
as a symbol of our love.
as a symbol of our love.
I know that I will probably lose this ring
I am sure that I will lose this ring
because I'm clumsy like that,
because I am the absent-minded professor.
but I will never lose
I will never lose
my commitment to you
my commitment to you
or these promises I have made
or these promises I have made
to you today.
to you today.
The human race is not going to flourish harmoniously unless we are enabled to love each other. But the question is, how do you get it? You will not become a skillful driver by sitting at a still car in a garage any more than you will become a skilled dancer if you simply never move your arms and legs. To trust oneself to be capable of love, to bring up love, in other words, to function in a sociable way, is to take a risk. It's a gamble. And in the same way, when you fall in love with somebody else, or you form an association with somebody else, and you trust them, they may, as a matter of fact, not fulfill your expectations. But that risk has to be taken. The alternative to taking that risk is much worse than trusting and being deceived.
Understanding the better and the worse in the for better or worse with zero confusion about figuring it out together until one of us is gone from this life. There isn't any doubt that you are mine forever. I love you and can't wait to see what the rest of our life together looks like. For us, I vow to support you in your personal journey and always push the boundaries of how we do life to keep things fun, challenging, and fulfilling. For our boys, I will do my best to set an example for them to live a life grounded in love, trust, and integrity, and to instill a spirit of adventure which they can apply in whichever path their hearts choose.
To live a physically and emotionally healthy lifestyle so that we may enjoy living as much life as we have to the fullest. To parent as a team, guiding our boys with love and opportunities and freedom to be their best self.
So Mason, will you continue to have Jen as your wife, to love, honor, and cherish her in sickness and in health, for richer or poorer, for better or worse, forsaking all others, be faithful to her for as long as you both shall live? All right, Jen, it's your turn. Jen, will you continue to have Mason as your husband, to love, honor, and cherish him in sickness and in health, for richer or for poorer, for better or worse, forsaking all others, be faithful to him for as long as you both shall live? Now that you have declared your intentions and shared your vows with one one another in front of your tribe of people out here, it's my pleasure to announce you again as husband and wife.
Well, now, really, when we go back then to falling in love and say it's crazy, falling, you see, we don't say rising into love. There is in it the idea of the fall. And it goes back, as a matter of fact, to extremely fundamental things. That there is always a curious tie at some point between the fall and the creation. Taking this ghastly risk is the condition of there being life. You see, for all, the life is an act of faith and an act of gamble. The moment you take a step, you do so on an act of faith because you don't really know that the floor is not going to give under your feet. The moment you take a journey, what an act of faith. The moment you enter into any kind of human undertaking in relationship, what an act of faith. See, you've given yourself up. But this is the most powerful thing that can be done. Surrender. See, and love is an act of surrender to another person. Total abandonment. I give myself. Take me. Do anything you like. See? So, that's quite mad, because you see, it's letting things get out of control. All sensible people keep things in control. Actually, therefore, the course of wisdom, what is really sensible, is to let go, is to commit oneself, to give oneself up, and that's quite mad. So we come to the strange conclusion that in madness lies sanity.
They're establishing the atmospheric height and trajectory of the fireworks so that your expectations can be set properly in terms of your viewing profile.
Love is a spectrum. If at least you will water it, the rest of the plant will blossom as well. But the essential prerequisite from the beginning is to let it have its way.